Welcome to this course, Maximum Happiness. Why is it that some people seem to enjoy more happiness, success and fulfillment than others? Why do some people enjoy better health, happier relationships, financial and career success and others do not? How is it that some people accomplish remarkable feats and enjoy wonderful happy lives of inner peace and contentment, while so many others suffer frustration and disappointment, leading lives of silent desperation? Do you ever feel there are parts of your life where you're just going through the motions, or you're close to arriving at a crossroads and you're not sure which direction to take? The purpose of this course is to provide a greater understanding of the science of happiness and help you realise your true potential for a happier life. So many of us unnecessarily deny ourselves the happiness that is our birthright. Everyone on the planet has a unique ability to bring something different to the world, something valuable to offer. The aim and purpose of this course is to help you become your own therapist, to realise your true potential for happiness. The question is, will you allow yourself to be that person? Hello, my name is Steve Bennett. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm an entrepreneur, an author, a photographer and a sexagenarian, which means that I've reached the age of 60, and I'm an avid student of philosophy. So what experience can I demonstrate that qualifies me to contribute to the subject of human potential, happiness and fulfillment? For many years I was a uniformed detective police officer in the inner city of Birmingham, one of the most cosmopolitan and challenging cities for policing in the UK. It was Britain in the 80s, with communities at breaking point and all too many examples of people at the peak of desperation. Fascinated with human potential, driven by emotions, thought and behaviour, I was blessed with experiences and insight that I could not have hoped to acquire in civilian life. 40 years of experiences, 30 years of research evolved into a project so profoundly beneficial for me. I felt compelled to share them as a publication and modular course to help human potential. The content of this course will, if applied fully, set you free to maximise your potential in any given area of life you choose to apply it. My promise to you is to keep it real. The research for this project started over 20 years ago. I devoured hundreds of personal development publications, articles, DVDs and CDs, many of them containing a great deal of useful information. However, for every useful nugget, there were many more unrealistic promises of eternal happiness and fulfillment. The biggest challenge in the world of personal development is sorting the wheat from the chaff. There is a lot of page-stuffing overkill and hype generated about the subject, but approached with balance and discernment, there are, in my direct personal experience, some very good practical resources that really can make a difference to our lives by helping us deal with a particular issue or aspect of our personal spiritual development and growth. Years of research into the field of human development and human potential repeatedly threw up the same 20 areas that affect our states of happiness. It is those 20 areas that form the skeleton or session headings of the course that I'm presenting to you today. My aim in presenting this course is to consolidate each of the 20 valuable elements, presenting them in a simple format so you may choose how you digest them. I collated all I'd learned in one place, saving readers many years of time-consuming searching and analysis. My promise to you is to keep it real about what you can expect this course to do for you. Whilst many of the ideas and concepts are presented in my words and format, only you can take the action necessary to claim the happiness that is your birthright. You are the architect of your own destiny, the driver on your own journey. The work across these courses, these sessions, will help you navigate that journey. My sincerest hope is that it will help you reclaim the quality of life that you wish for yourself. Wishing you all the success and happiness you wish for yourself, let's get started by looking at what the course content contains. Part 1 details 10 areas that add up to how we arrived at our present state of happiness and fulfillment. Part 2 reveals the powers at your disposal to take you from where you are now to where you want to be. This is where you can begin to take action to transform your life. Part 1 then, how did you get here? Lecture 1 is called What is Happiness? Happiness is the primary goal of all human beings, but how can we hope to uncover it if we haven't defined what happiness means to each of us? In this opening lecture we explore what happiness means, different levels of happiness and a universal meaning of happiness. Lecture 2, 10 Steps to Happiness, providing 10 key areas where you can dramatically improve the levels of your happiness. How to create happiness in one step, where to look for happiness, choosing happiness, what happiness is and what obstructs it. Lecture 3, The Real You, discovering the authentic you that makes you most happy, reclaiming your authentic self, avoiding the negative influence of others, concluding with your authenticity self-analysis. Lecture 4, Human Needs. In this lecture we'll learn about the basic human needs we must all satisfy to allow true happiness to return to our lives. We'll explore the key roles you occupy within the main areas of your life that combine to influence your levels of happiness. Discover how to assess your overall level of happiness in roles and areas, pinpointing specific areas you might want to change to bring increased happiness. Lecture 5, How did I get here? In this lecture we discuss the 8 stages of human development, from birth right through to death, and how your childhood conditioning and emotional programming could be affecting your happiness today. We'll identify the influential events, choices and people in your life up to this point that had a positive or negative effect on your happiness up to this point. Lecture 6 is Your Belief Systems. Discover how the beliefs that reside in your mind dramatically improve or impair your experience of happiness. We'll learn how to improve our belief systems and how to eliminate self-limiting, destructive and negative beliefs. Lecture 7 is Your Core Values. What are your values and why are they so important to your happiness? In this lecture we identify your core values, the ones that are of importance to you and where they come from. Lecture 8, Know Thyself. This is where we learn and understand the role played by your self-concept and self-esteem in your search for inner happiness. We learn how to recover from low self-esteem and create techniques for building higher self-esteem. We assess your level of self-esteem to identify where you can make necessary adjustments. Lecture 9 is Perception and Thoughts, introducing the perception cycle, a powerful tool to improve the quality of your beliefs and thoughts to increase the level of happiness that you enjoy. Discover the power behind your thoughts and how they attract positive and negative circumstances and people that affect your happiness. Lecture 10, Feelings and Emotions. Understand how your feelings and emotions colour the thoughts that you have and affect the decisions that you make and the outcomes that you achieve. Discover how to use your emotions to generate energy and improve the quality and quantity of the happiness that you attract. Moving on to part 2 now, This is where we unleash the powers of your happiness. And we start with lecture 11, which is the power of your brain. You will understand in simple terms how your wonderful brain is constructed and can be made to work for you, how your every thought leaves an impression, and how changing your thoughts will change your experiences of happiness. Discover what parts of the brain have an impact on your emotional state of happiness. Lecture 12 is the power of your mind. In computer terms, if your brain is the hardware, your mind is the most awesome piece of software known to man. This section looks at how to interpret the instruction manual of your mind and unleash your phenomenal power to change your circumstances through an understanding of your levels of consciousness. How thoughts are transferred and attracted, and their related influence on the happiness that you experience in life. Lecture 13 is the power of energy, realising the importance of the role that energy now plays in attracting more happiness into your life. Through examples, you'll learn how thought energy is now scientifically recognised throughout the modern world as a powerful means of attracting more of the happiness that you want. Lecture 14 is the power of awareness. By developing self-awareness of your thoughts, beliefs and actions, you'll be able to identify the changes you need to make to attract and reveal more happiness. This lecture will help you to explore and increase your self-awareness, which will lead to self-acceptance. Lecture 15 is all about the power of acceptance. Discover how acceptance, and in particular self-acceptance, can transform your life and directly improve your experience of happiness in life. Learn how to increase your acceptance. The greater your acceptance, the happier you will become. Acceptance leads naturally into the immensely powerful trait of appreciation. Talking of which, lecture 16 is the power of appreciation. Focused attention on the transformative energy of appreciation of self, others and the world around you will take you to new levels of happiness beyond your current experiences. Lecture 17, the power of attraction. Armed with the immense combined powers up to this point, you're now ready to understand the greatest life changer of them all, the power of attraction. Learn how to attract more states of happiness and repel states that have led to all of your unhappiness. Lecture 18, this is where we really start to take action. We're on the power of goals, where we harness the combined powers to focus in on what you really want to be, have and do in your life. With the incredible power of goal setting, we release your fears and set goals to turn your dreams of happiness into a reality. Lecture 19 is the power of relationships. Your relationships with other people contribute the majority of happiness or unhappiness you will experience in life. Understand the vital role of healthy personalities, combining the knowledge of the previous sessions to create wonderful, healthy relationships that will contribute immensely to your growth and happiness. Lecture 20, the power of love. If the first 19 lectures contain the building blocks of happiness, learn how love, the greatest power of all, is the cement that holds them together. The phenomenal healing power of love is the strongest and most intense power of them all. Lecture 21 brings it all together, joins the dots, connecting the core elements of the 20 lectures, learning from your past experiences and becoming your own self-help expert. Applying powers that you already possess but may not have utilised to create your new future filled with happiness, hope, fulfilment and increased potential. A little bit about the course scope. Having heard me list the course contents, you'd be forgiven for thinking that there's a lot of information to take in. Is happiness really this complex, you may ask? Simply put, no it isn't. Whilst there are many topics associated with or related to happiness, you may take comfort from the fact that each is simple to understand, each easily digested, and will strike a chord with your own personal experiences. Everyone has their own experience and perception of happiness, and each of the topics we'll cover will have contributed to your happiness and sense of well-being to a greater or lesser extent. Some topics will resonate more with your experience than others. It's recommended that you engage with each of the topics, as this will help you plot your own course for future happiness. As we mentioned earlier, the first 10 sessions cover the historic subjects that explore the influences, conditioning and programming that has brought you to where you are now. The second 10 sessions deal with the future, accessing the powers that you already possess that you may have been oblivious to. Powers you can use to take you from where you are now to where you want to be in every area of your life. Whether it be personal, emotional, financial or career oriented, you have the tools to make changes for the better. The aim of this course is to help you access those tools and to help you use them. This concludes the course introduction, and soon we'll get started with the first session, What is Happiness? Whenever you're ready, go to Lecture 1 and click play. You'll find the free guide that accompanies this course includes the transcript notes so that you may follow the course more closely. I hope you enjoy the course, and I wish you all the happiness that you wish for yourself. Thank you.